Hello everybody. This video has got nothing to do with motorbikes at all. It's just one of these random videos that I put out from time to time. Some people do enjoy them. Not everybody, I know, but because it is a motorcycle channel. But I want to start off with an apology for the last two videos that I've put out. I haven't answered the comments, and the reason is I uploaded the videos and then went to work, and I had no internet service up there at all. There's no coverage, so I couldn't even access the comments. So I will try and answer them all this weekend. It's Saturday evening now. I've just got back from work. Anyway, I've got to do a voiceover on the video that you're about to watch because it's so noisy in the machine. You can't hear. You can hear me rumbling away in the background, but you can't understand a word I'm saying. So I'll do a voice over the top and try and remember what I said. So anyway, onto the video. See you later. Well, here we are at work. We're building a reservoir, and we're going to show you how to do it. Well, how we do it anyway. So we'll go and mount this old girl up. We've been here 12, 13 days I think now. We've got the best of weather. We'll get on the old D8. We've got a D6 over the back there. Another D8 in the hole there. So that's what we've dug out, and all that topsoil we've moved as well. So dropping it up here one-handed. Right, I won't be able to talk because it's horrendously noisy. That's the reservoir we did in 2012. This is just another version of it, a bigger one. Got nothing to do with motorbikes, but there you are. I'll just put my earmuffs on. Right, I'm doing a video voiceover because it's so noisy in the cab you can't hear what I'm saying. But this is the reservoir. We're on one of the banks now, and we've only been here about 13 days, so we can you can see what we've done. We've dug a huge hole in the middle there, and we've stripped all the topsoil off the site. We've got two D8's working, and I'm in one makes him go. We're restricted at the moment how far we can go out because it's all wheat, standing wheat. Although they did combine it just before we came home, so we can go out further with the banks. There's a big heap of topsoil there, goes the whole length of the site. Two D8's, we stripped that in 4 days off the whole site. So we're just coming in now onto the bottom of the reservoir where we've hit it's sort of hard black clay, and it takes a bit of loading. It's pretty hard. There's no moisture down there at all. We've had all this dry weather. So I go down to bottom gear now.
because it's everything that D8 can do to pull this scraper. I mean, it's literally brute force horsepower to cut that clay off and put it into the back of the scraper. That's using all its 310 horsepower.
Takes every bit of power the D8's got to pull that scraper. It's hard, black clay.
Still, you can hear me rambling away in the background, but you can't probably hear what I'm saying. But the tractor weighs 32 tonnes. And the scraper on its own, without any load in it at all, weighs 18 tonnes. And by the time you've got it loaded, you've probably got 45-50 tonnes of clay in the back. So you're getting on to an all-up weight of about 100 tonnes. And that's a lot of weight to be pulling about. So that's it, that's the scraper loaded. So I'm going to turn around because we try and load downhill if we can, because you get the gravity helping you. So I will go back up and you'll see the load of clay in there. So we'll go up now, we'll run round the bank, like my mate's doing, and we'll tip on the top. We've done half of it, but it's supposed to rain tomorrow. So heavy rain, so we need to get the bottom of the reservoir sloping to one corner so we can pump it out if we have to. Doesn't look like any rain. We've had 13-14 days of this weather like this here. Hear the old thing groaning away there, trying to get up the hill there. It's a lot of weight to pull about. They've got a 16.5 litre engine, 6-cylinder, turbocharged. Don't rev very high, 1400 revs, 1425 I think revs. But they've got a good torque converter in them and phenomenal drawbar pull. People ask why the windscreen is cracked. Well, that's purely from the heat of the exhaust radiating off the silencer. And if I put my hand out and reach onto the windscreen, it is red hot. You can see all the weight on the left hand side. We've got to take the bank out further because he wants to actually combine. He wants to plant a crop on the bank, so he wants it very shallow so the combines and tractors and things can get on it. It's a lovely place where we're working, it really is. Lovely views over the village. Just perfect job. No health and safety, nothing to bother you. The farmer's finding all the fuel. Running 2 D8's, it's costing him over £1,000 a day in fuel. And that's red diesel, that's not white. But it is agricultural work we're engaged on here, so we're running the tractor in second gear because that's a good compromise between getting anywhere and not wearing the tracks out so much. I mean, it's about 25 grand to retrack a D8 now, and you get about 7,000 hours out of a set of tracks, depending on what it's doing. And this is the optimal speed for getting the work done and not wearing the tracks out. Just coming up to the end of the bank where we're building it up with this clay. I had the camera about six inches in front of my face, and I was yelling at the camera, and you can't hear a word I'm saying it over the top of the transmission line. They all do it, they all line like that. It's just emptying the clay out, tailgate comes forward and pushes the load out, and it goes underneath the cutting edge and levels it out whatever depth you're putting it out at. There's a D6 making everything beautiful at the background. We do all the work, and the D6 just makes what we do beautiful. So we're going into the reservoir from the other end now, and because we're down at full depth, where we're just about to go down to the bottom here, that is the depth, that's 5 metres deep. So most of the clay we've got to get now is at the other end. It's shallower at that end, so we're going to be loading uphill, which is not the way to do it, but you don't get quite such a big load, but you can get the clay from where you want it easier. Anyway. And we're pointing in the direction that we want to go out, so you can see. Down first gear. Scraper. See it rolling up over the cutting edge, just heaving it out of the ground. My mate's coming along as well. Identical tractors, nothing different about them. But these tractors, they're both 1980, and that makes them 45 years old. And they're still working, work. The scrapers are even older. These are the very last ones that Caterpillar produced. They're 6. You know, I've lost it. I can't remember the numbers of them now. I've known that 435s, 463s. That's what scrapers are. And they're 463Gs, and they were made in 1971. So they're even older. And there has been absolutely millions of cubic meters or cubic yards of clay that have gone through those scrapers. I can assure you of that. You don't get such a big load, like I say, it's hard work struggling uphill loading, but we're doing it this way to try and keep the bottom regimental and looking good, ready for the rain. Back up the big hill, out the corner, at the reservoir. I'm just saying in the background there that the scraper holds 26 cubic yards. And a wheelbarrow only holds 4.5 cubic feet, so it gives you enough rough idea. Just talking about the farmer doing the combining, you know, he's got a massive combine. I mean, it's 45-foot cut. He'll soon rip through that, and he did do. He was there on Friday evening when I went home, or got ready to go home, and he made short work of that. But when we go along the next bank, there's a valley in the distance, just outside the reservoir boundary, and he wants all the topsoils taken off that and fill the valley in. So we're going to go a little bit deeper in it with the clay. But there's about 3, 4, 5 feet of rubbish stuff on the top, which we can't. It's not good enough for building the inner banks with. It won't be watertight. It will seep through the banks. It's the stuff I'm running on now. So we put it round the outer edge, and we've still got half of it to go. We're running out of places to put it because we have to use the clay, the good blue clay or black clay, on the inside of the reservoir as a liner. I've done some dozens and dozens of reservoirs in my lifetime. It's just what we do. So just where that D6 is in front of that, there's a big dip in the field. So when he's got the wheat off, we're going to strip all the topsoil, put it in a heap, and then get that stuff on the right hand side that you can see, that rubbish stuff, get all that out and put that in and fill that low up, and then we're down to blue clay to finish off the reservoir. He's just waiting for us to bring some more clay so he can poke it about. We don't need him to do that. I mean, we can cut all the batters on the the slopes on the banks and everything with the scrapers, but he just makes things look really beautiful, and he's good at telling you either as well. So there we are, another load. They're coming out. You have to wear ear defenders and earplugs. You can't. You're a brave man to ride about in one of these with no ear protection. But that's how they were. They didn't care about what the driver had. We have got air conditioning on them now, so we can stand these crazy heat waves we keep getting. But yeah. That's it. I'll just go back for another load. Sometimes we use the D6 to push loaders, especially if the stuff like on the right hand side there, that's the stuff we're going to use for the filling in the load bit in the field. That stuff is absolutely as hard as iron. If you get in the ground, you can't pull it. So we have to have the D6 to push loaders. They're about a couple hundred horsepower, and we can just about get it off. It's terrible stuff to work with. It's just rock hard because these farmers they don't do any deep cultivation nowadays. They just scratch about on the top, and it just gets panned down harder and harder and harder and harder. When they're working hard, these caterpillars, the D8'S, they can use about 15 gallons of fuel an hour. That's imperial gallons. So they'll do 150 gallons in a day. But look at the work they do. I mean, there's only 3 blokes there on that job. There's me, my mate, and Wayne on the blade. That's 3 people, and we've done all this work on our own. You know, it's still the most cost-effective way of doing this sort of work. Because when you've got a load of clay, all that weight is on those 4 wheels of the scraper. Even running around empty, you've got 4 tons on each wheel. That's a lot of compaction. And you get a load of clay in there as well, you're up to, 10-15 tons per wheel. That's a lot of squashing that clay down on the banks. That doesn't move after the caterpillars are very worked out. For 55 years, 56 years I've done this for now. Long time. And all the tractors are well out past me. Infinitely rebuildable. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. I'd say leave a like if you did, and I'll get on back on the motorbike shortly. So I'll see you on the next one.